Hello, my name is Christina, and this is my cousin,
Miguel.
And we are with High Fusions. We are super excited today because we are launching a new product, dark chocolate CBD infused bites. So, we are super passionate about CBD. We have a range of ages with our patients from 4 years old to 90 years old. You can definitely look us up on Facebook if you have questions. We are willing to educate anybody who has questions. We make custom products depending on your needs and your taste buds. Our Facebook is High Fusions, facebook.com. And you can also find me and Christina Duran on Facebook. And he has a Facebook?
Mikey81.
Mikey81. Thank you so much, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Hi, I'm Shauna Williams with the Bong Butch Tool, pipe poker dabber scraper tool with my Bong Butch babes. And let me show you a little bit about what the Bong Butch tool does. As a poker, it will poke and get all of the resin out of your pieces, your pipes, as well as your bongs. It will clean all of the apparatuses. As well as double as a dabber. Can you hand me that dabber over there? So you can use your medicine to light, heat, and dab. Don't forget about your Bong Butch ash bucket. And your Bong Butch tool can also clean the crevices of your one-hitters. Pick up your Bong Butch tool, ash bucket, band on bongbutchtool.com for $5 today only.
Hello everyone, my name's Natalie and this is Jen, and we are with Wake and Shake Wellness, and what we are doing is a 7-day wellness program, and we put you in an awesome support group. We do videos, we do Wake and Shake selfies, and we are also here promoting Harvesting Hope.
Harvesting Hope is the charity that we're actually using some of our funding for. Today we're here selling teas at this amazing event to raise funding for the charity to help children with pediatric epilepsy gain access to their medication. We're super proud to be able to support this endeavor. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Sarara. I'm with Undo. Undo is an all-natural emergency supplement that helps you come down from too much THC. So if you're having a bad experience with cannabis and want to reverse that, you take an Undo soft gel, and it'll help bring you down. It clears your head so you can continue to function. Take a look at our website, undo.com, UNDOO.com, and you'll get a lot more information.
Hey everybody, this is Steve Vega here with D Treats. We are a CBD edible company here in Arizona that uses organic, viable products to ingest CBD into everyday life. We use any added sugars, added products. We try to use the most organic products out there to help you and your endocannabinoid system rebuild itself. We have our CBD gummy bears that are 5 milligrams of CBD gummy. We have our organic granola gluten bar with rose, CBD antioxidant acai berries, and strawberries. And then we have our CBD Isodol, which is 99.90% bioactive and it's water soluble, which you can incorporate in anything. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or dtreats.com, or you can call 602-620-9322. That's the D Treats headquarters number. We are located in the Valley, and we do deliver as well. Again, we are D Treats, organic edible company here in Arizona. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Shauna Williams with Amy and Al's Edibles. We're an edibles line created from White Mountain Health Center Dispensary located in Sun City, Arizona. With Amy and Al's Edibles, we bake our products daily, so your patients across the state will have the most freshest product available for consumption. All of our medibles are infused with distillate, so you'll taste the goodness and feel the difference.
I'm Butch Williams. I am one of the partners at White Mountain Health Center. We are an Arizona state licensed dispensary. And we have our location is actually out in Sun City. So it's 9420 West Bell Road. And there we serve quite an array of patients. And in that regard, we were able to kind of see a unique variety of methods of ingestion. A unique variety of people not just smoking it anymore, they're actually ingesting it in other methods, whether it's topical or whether it's a vaporized product or whether it's something that's been ingested through an edible. So at White Mountain Health Center, we have a few different subcategories where we have our edibles company, which is Amy and Al's, and we also have our extraction company, which is called Sweet Science. Now, there's different types of extractions, and how many people here, by just an applause, have used any type of an extraction, whether it be dabs or whether it be through an edible? So it sounds like it's a lot of people that have used extractions in the house. So back in the day, there used to be something just as simple as rubbing your hands all along the colas of the marijuana plant. And as you would do that, the resin glands would stick to your fingers, and that's where the term finger hash come along. And you would rub the finger hash off of your fingers and make a little ball. And that little ball, you would be able to go ahead and smoke it, and it would have a higher concentration than the flower itself. And they would make these little Moroccan balls. They would do that. Then people started going, hey, it's an oil. We can separate it in water. If we get it really cold, we can shake it, all the trichomes off, the resin glands off, and then we can start extracting that way and start sifting it through these fine little mesh guards. And then they were gathering balls, but it was a different process, but it was still a hashish ball. And that's a bubble process. And then we've been using that process for a long time, but now we've gotten a little bit more scientific with legalization and with us being able to use more science to help back us up, to help get the actual products to our patients in a more titrated and more exact dose. So now what you're seeing is people being able to extract the plant all the way down to its pure crystallite form. We can get products down to 99% purity. And the process that we're able to do it, there's different ways we can pull the plant from a solution. We're able to strip all the oils off of the plant, whether it be through CO2, butane, or simple alcohol extractions. Once you get all of that extracted off, you get a crude oil, or you can get a shatter product that you can make out of it, or you can make a crumble. Who here has used shatter and crumble? And who uses that method, just by show of hands? There are a handful out there. So it is a really fast way to get medicine in your body without having to use a lot of product. You're able to get upwards into the 80% THC range using that. However, there's a lot of people that are still intimidated or don't want that much medicine. So we even take the product down to a more less primitive, more molecular size. We use distillation to make our concentrates. With our edibles, we use distillate to help make our vaporization pens with the cartridges. And how we do that is we'll take the first extraction process, we'll strip the oils off. And once we strip the oils off, we separate all the fat from the plant. we put it in a freezer at negative 80 degrees Celsius. So it's really, really, oh, I didn't even know I had a crowd back here. Hey guys, I'm sorry talking back to you guys. But we take the fats and we separate it from the actual, the oils. After we separate all the fats, we take it in a rotary process and we evaporate it, kind of like taking oil or taking something when you're cooking on the stove and you're making it more thick by letting it evaporate. And so that's what we do is we take all of the extra liquids out and make it into a real honey oil. Once we do that, we'll take all of this really beautiful gold and we filter it one more time to get any impurities out. We're talking, it goes through charcoal filtration, through a big machine that kind of pumps it out. And at that point, it is pure, pure, pure. That product then goes into one more process. It's called short path distillation. And not to try to sound too scientific, basically what we're doing is we're separating each molecule as its own. So we're extracting all the terpenes one by one. And we're able to gather the terpenes. We're able to extract all of the CBD, all the THC, CBD, CBGs, all of the cannabinoids. And once we get that, we get it lab tested, and we're able to find the purity. Once we know we're about 99% pure, we know at that very point that it's a quality product, that we extracted it to its full potential, and then we could put it into doses, separate single doses in each one of the things. So here's one of our cartridges. And inside you can see the oil. That is actually distillate oil with terpenes added back to it to help with help getting the THC into your nervous system. So here's a visual of some crumble that people use the extract. This is a before the distillation process. And this one actually holds a lot of the terpenes without bastardizing them. So it's a really good way to ingest and get a lot of the flavor as well of the cannabis plant. So we've gone quite a long ways from being able to take the plant and its resin glands from our fingers and rolling it up into resin buds, little resin balls. We've come a long way from doing that to being actually taking the plant one by one, breaking it down, putting it back together so we can actually have a product that is exactly the same each time for our patients. Consistency, that it will be that dose that we guarantee you is going to be consistent each time. And I think that's why Amy and Al's and Sweet Science has been so successful, is because you know what you're getting and you know the quality is there. So usually I have questions and answers, but in this type of environment, it's a little bit difficult. So I want to go ahead and end, and I want to introduce one of my partners. His name's Jeff, and Jeff Kaufman. He's going to talk a little bit about our products that we have. So everybody, give a round of applause to Jeff Kaufman.
Thanks, buddy. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to be a lot shorter. I'm here representing Amy and Al's Edibles, aaedibles.com. They are distributed solely in the state of Arizona to medical marijuana card holders. They are made by White Mountain Health Center, which is at 94th Avenue in Bell. However, they are available at roughly 30 dispensaries throughout the state and hopefully a lot more. If they don't have them at your favorite dispensary, I hope you'll ask them to consider carrying it. And that's because you aren't going to find a purer product anywhere. And most importantly, you're not going to find a product that's cheaper for what you're getting. Our products sell for $10 or less per 100 milligrams of THC. And if you're familiar with edibles or even THC, you'll know that that's really a great price. We make our edibles in various strengths, from as low as, I believe, 10 milligram hard candies and gummy bears. We have brownies, which we are really well known for, in 3 different sizes, going up to 400 milligrams, which I believe sell for under $30 in most dispensaries. And for you ladies and gentlemen here that are like marijuana but don't like the calories, I don't think you'll be disappointed, because you could probably cut one of these bars in about 20 different pieces, literally. We also make truffles. We make gluten-free granola bars, which are my personal favorite. We have the truffles come in 2 different strengths, and they include strawberry cheesecake truffles, German chocolate truffles, and Oreo truffles. We make peanut butter cups, and we make snickerdoodle cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and peanut butter cookies, which are my favorite cookie, in 2 different strengths. So I urge you to try them, and we'd love to hear your feedback at aaedibles.com. Thanks for letting me take your time, and good luck to you all.
I'd like to introduce to you Erin Smith of Generation 420, and that's gen420.com. She has started a group called a Cannabis Awareness, and it's really for the millennial generation to find out the best ways and the right ways to take advantage of the cannabis products and use them correctly. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Erin. Thank you for the introduction, Michael. I am the founder of Generation 420. Let me ask everyone a question. When was the first time you participated in cannabis? And when you were a child. What made you participate? 7th. What made you participate? Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Do you think you were ready at that age? No? Yes? Maybe? No? Still developing, and that's the thing. But most people aren't aware, and that's where Generation 420 comes into play. Statistics prove that millennials dominate the cannabis market by consisting of 51% of 2017's total market shares. In 2004 to 2010, there were 8.2 million marijuana-related arrests, with 88% of those arrests being simple possession charges. According to American Legion Union community, blacks are 4 times more likely going to be arrested for cannabis as opposed to someone who is white. In 2014, Huffington Post declared that every 51 seconds, right now, someone just got arrested for possession of cannabis. Why is this? That's because millennials aren't aware of their outside and inside resources. And that's where Generation 420 comes into play. The purpose is not only to protect our generations, but to bring awareness to cannabis and the millennials and how they can affect it. You will become a member by signing up on gen420.com. The memberships cost $42 a year, and you get awesome benefits. Benefits include pro bono attorneys, expungement assistance, job assistance. If you don't have your medical card, we'll help you get it. And we have so much more to offer. Not only will you have these benefits, you will also be an exclusive member and have access to our exclusive Generation 420 Millennial Style events that are going to be for cannabis education. Now that we have a good idea a little bit about Generation 420 and how it can benefit, you're probably thinking, well, how are we going to reach millennials because they're so hard-headed? Well, the great thing about millennials are we are easy to influence, and that is why Generation 420 will host Stoner Donor events. Our Stoner Donor events will combine political figures and public figures who have an impact in the community and an impact on society, and we will let them use this same platform to show millennials why cannabis is more than just smoking and getting high. But that's not up for me to decide. That's up for you guys to decide. I'm seeking partnerships and investments because I'm a long-term person, and I do see Generation 420 as a long-term investment. So if I was to do a partnership, it would be 100% return as well as 30% profit from each event that we host. If I were to receive the $2,000 investment, that investment will go towards social media and marketing areas, and the investment will be returned in 2 months with a 30% return as well. If I was to receive the $4,000 investment, not only will social media and marketing be handled, but networking and events like this one itself will be included as well. There will be a 50% return within a 4-month time frame. If I were to receive the $8,000 investment, those same areas will be included, as well as donations for the Stoner Donor event and building towards that event and getting it out there and the knowledge that we need. That will have a 100% return within the 6 months time frame of operation. My name is Erin Smith. I'm the founder of Generation 420. I hope you guys have a blessed night, and let's rock the world, millennials.
My name's Jack Wilborn. I was an officer here in the Valley for a little less than 10 years. I retired medically. I joined the police department as a reservist so I could see how things worked and help people. My first experience out there was a young 18-year-old getting arrested, getting a year prison term, and losing everything that Michael had stated. He had his life ahead of him for many things, including 3 scholarships back each, which he lost all. And my opinion started turning on how are we helping these people. So when I retired, I started looking for a group that was working in this direction. In early 2000, LEAP was created by a bunch of officers that saw the failure of the drug problem, or the drug war. And at that point, they created LEAP. LEAP's main goal is to unite and mobilize law enforcement in support of drug policy and criminal justice reforms. That will make our streets safer by focusing law enforcement resources on areas that are the greatest threats to public safety. We also advocate alternatives to arrest and incarceration and seek the real roots of crime. This will also allow a healing of the police-community relationship that has been really destroyed by drugs. Our group is working. We have over 100,000 members and supporters. We have officers, over 200 speakers, over 5,000 officers that have seen this that work with us. We normally go out and give talks on what the effect of the drug war is on society and the costs and everything in that direction, and give these people an idea of what's actually happening out there. We do have people that are working in Washington to help you. So if you can find us. We're a Law Enforcement Action Partnership. You can do lawenforcementactionpartnership.org, or I usually use leap.cc because that's easy to remember and quick to type. But that's the easiest mode to get in touch with us. If we can help you come out and speak to a group to show our side of this, please give us a call and let us know.
I'm Mike Christensen with Who is Arizona, and today I'm with Ron Camargo, and he has D-Glass International, and he makes these bong rulers that save and make it recyclable on the bongs. That's how I understand it. He's been in Tempe for a year, and he's going to tell you all about it. Here's Ron.
I'd like to thank you guys for coming out tonight. Sounds good? It sounds good. Not too bad. Basically, what my company does is we make these rulers for bongs and bong accessories, basically any bowls, ash catchers, nails, anything like that. My product would be able to find out the size anywhere between 9 millimeters and 20 millimeters. Basically, my product does fulfill a need in the cannabis industry right now. Basically, if you need to find the size of your piece right now, you either have to guess the size or take your piece to the store to get sized. There are two problems with that. One, if you end up guessing the size of your piece, usually you don't get it right the first time. There's about 3 to 4 different sizes, and typically you're not going to get it right on the first time. You got a 25 to 30% chance of getting it right. And secondly, if you are taking your piece to the store, you're technically handling a higher class of paraphernalia because there is marijuana resin on the bong. So in certain states, if you're caught with a bong that does have marijuana resin, you are handling a higher class of paraphernalia. And this is where my product comes in. It does allow people to now buy separate pieces online without having to guess the size, as well as go into the store to figure out the size of your piece. I'm currently looking for investors or anyone who's taking a look into the cannabis industry. It does fulfill a need, and it is the only one on the market. I currently do have a patent that was approved back in December of 2017, so I am the only owner of this product. Thank you very much.
We're here at Legends, and I want to introduce to you Alyssa Chapman. She's an original leprechaun of Leprechaun Productions. She's had 10 years in the wedding industry, so she really knows about events. And she's looking to start up events for the medical card members, to put on events for them and so they can have fun. Tell us a little bit about it, Alyssa.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Alyssa Chapman. I am an Arizona native, born and raised here in Maryville, Arizona, Trevor Brown High School graduate. I have been in the wedding photography industry for 10 years now. I have seen a need of people wanting to incorporate cannabis within their weddings. I have been a medical card holder since 2014, and I am here to bring that social experience to the world, and I would like to start that here in Arizona. I have done lots of research and seen that people are trying to get into the weddings and events. For me, cannabis has really changed my life. I, in 2010, found out I had fibromyalgia, and fighting it throughout the years, I wanted to find ways to bring the social acceptance because it did help me with pain, my anxiety, depression, and all the things that came along with constantly being in pain. So with that said, I have came up with Leprechaun Productions, which is a cross between a leprechaun and a unicorn. We want to bring the magic to your events. Basically using the medical community here in Arizona to bridge that gap for the social experience and acceptance to come, that hopefully when Arizona does become a recreational state. So with that said, I am looking to learn the laws and gain mentorship to have these events. I basically attended an event to where we did consume cannabis in an elegant environment. It was safe, and we just need to find venues to throw these events. And the cool thing about Arizona is that we are a tourist state. Many people come here to visit, so they can also obtain their medical card and come attend these events and consume. So with that said, I bring to you Leprechaun Productions that can pave that bridge. And eventually, my ultimate goal is to start Arizona's first bud and breakfast, to where I can hold my own events, weddings, and cannabis functions to our medical industry. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing who would like to join me and changing that social aspect and bringing it to the world. Thank you.
We have Scott Rich here, and he is the developer of Legal Caregiver Cannabis Farm. And it's been in development. They have 320 acres they've been working on, and it's quite a system that's set up. And it's up by, tell me, is it Pine Top? Pine Top and by Sholo. Tell us a little bit more about it.
All right. Hi, I'm Scott Rich. I'm the CEO of a partnership with 4 of us that have a 320-acre farm that we're using a portion of it, 32 acres, right now as a legal caregiver farm. As long as you have a separate tax parcel ID number, like a home, every home can have up to 5 patients or 5 caregivers with 1 patient each. And so anybody can legally grow in their home in Arizona. You can be within 500 feet of a dispensary, and you can still grow weed in your home. You just have to become a caregiver and have patients more than 25 miles away from the dispensary assign their grow rights to you, and you can legally grow in any home in Arizona. But anyway, so we got this farm, and it's legal. It's a caregiver farm, so each plot of land will have a caregiver assigned to it, and a max of 60 plants can be grown. And so we're looking for venture capitalists, anywhere from $185,000 to the full Monty is $1.8 million to get it all done. And then it can be legally donated to dispensaries, and we can actually get paid as long as we're doing consulting and work for dispensaries. You have to still follow Arizona legal law to exchange anything of value. I'm also the team, and mainly me. I'm a consultant in the cannabis industry, so I help people start grows from scratch. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. I'm giving out a bunch of weed. That's why I'm actually out here. And just kidding. They said I couldn't do it. So sorry about that. Oh, and there's some photos on the table. It's actually just for fun. I'm a photographer. Been doing it since I was 12 years old. And the only reason I was showing the calendar, it's actually of motocross and models. And just to show one of my things that I do. And there's a picture of one of the strains that we grow at the back of those 8x10s that's loose. And but that's one of the things I do for dispensaries or for caregivers is teach them how to grow over the phone or one-on-one, face-to-face, or build out their grow form or tell them how to build it out. And so I'm CEO, Scott Rich, of Amber Valley Farms, and we're looking for venture capitalists and investment money. So thank you very much.